with it. Yes, get on with it!
Get on with it!
Early on day 2, made a bit of progress yesterday on the floor. I'll show you this, but under the vinyl flooring you've got plywood sheeting which is glued to the aluminium frame that's underneath that, and it turns out that aluminium frame is spot welded to the frame underneath that, so I'm going to need to cut that with an angle grinder. A few surprises along the way, but it is coming up. It's just hard work. I have found one hitch that I'm going to have to work around at the moment. I'll show you that now, so let's have a look. Okay, so starting at the back of the bus now, you can see the difference. So it originally looked like this side. I haven't touched that side yet, and you can see this side here. We can now see my driveway through the floor. So basically the structure, if you're interested, you've got aluminium.
You are a disgrace.
Box section. It has these brackets on there that the seats were bolted to, and then you'll see down there a bit of a spot weld. It's welded to the frame underneath, and there's another aluminium box.
What is your retarded deficiency, Private?
Section here on the side, which is going to have to be cut off. So all that's doable, and that's going to bring the floor level down to this level here, so that I've got headroom. The only real hitch, I don't know if this is from factory, but it's it's been redone, because it's a bit fucking stupid. But you see this pipe here actually runs over the top of the chassis rail, which wouldn't necessarily be an issue. You can obviously disconnect that from wherever and reroute it underneath the chassis rail, except it looks like, and I am correct, it goes into this here, which is my air conditioning condenser. So if I do disconnect that pipe, I'm obviously going to let out all of my AC gas, and I'll need to have it regassed, and being that is massive compared to a car one, it's going to cost a lot to get regassed, and I really don't want to do that. So I think what I'm going to do possibly is I'm going to put the floor down, box over the top of that pipe. It's just going to cost me no extra. Anyway, we'll see how we go. I'm pretty sure it's all going to be covered over with cabinetry or seating or whatever, so it's not going to be an issue. So I'll bring you back later when I've made more progress. Okay, so a bit more progress made on the bus, and a few more surprises, so I'll show you what's going on here. First of all, okay, so first of all, we're at the front of the bus here, and you can see we've removed this access panel. I'm just having a look down here. You can see a bit of oil and moisture there. I think what's happening there, this looks to be where the shifter linkage goes into the gearbox. It's been removed before. It's got a silicone seal rather than a proper gasket. Maybe that's leaking there, so hopefully that doesn't mean there's anything too dramatic going on. I've taken the vinyl off down the middle section, and also the wood off the left hand side length of the bus there, and much the same as the other side, we've got aluminium boxing that I'm going to need to cut out with the angle grinder. But a couple of surprises down the back of the bus. I'll show you. I've just removed the back trim panel here and here, which I had to do because the vinyl went underneath it. If you have a look, I always hit my head there. If you have a look down here, this is all wet. Just mushy wet wood, and there's some mud and crap in here. Oh, there's some money. Beer money. Alright. Yeah, if I just have a look at that. That's mud. So, what's happening here is this pipe here is actually a drain pipe. I think from the roof or the gutter up top, so... I don't know if this has maybe got a split in it, or whether it leaks from up the top and runs down, or that's from water splashing up. I really don't know, but I'll have to have a look at that. So this would have had to have been replaced anyway. And then on this side, it's much the same. There is another drain pipe here, drain pipe there. I'm not sure what that is. I think that might be to do with the air conditioning. And again, there's a lot of dirt, dust and mud there. It's just mud, moisture. So when I put the new floor in, I'll really have to look at sealing all those areas. And then the other surprise, behind this trim panel, we've got some electrical connections numbered. You can see there, and also some fuses, and what looks like some sort of control box, or it's not a very good image there, is it? Some sort of ECU or BCM or some sort of control box there. So the bed's going at the back here, so I don't really want to have to move any of these things, so I'll have to make sure that that lot can be accessed, I guess, because the bed will, you know, come up to maybe this level, so there may have to be maybe a removable panel or something. I don't know, I'll figure something out later on down the track to get access to that. So there we go. So progress so far, we're still on day 2. I'm about to rip the rest of this wood out. Once that's done, he'll give me full access to the 2 aluminium frames here. I'll be able to take those out with the angle grinder. So yeah, we'll come back when that's underway.